All right, big challenge this week. Undefeated Cardinals coming into our building. They're obviously very good, as their record indicates. They're scoring a bunch of points on offense. They're not giving up many points on defense. It's a really, really well-coached team. Coach Kingsbury, Coach Joseph, third year in the systems on offense and the defense. Coach Rogers, their special teams coordinator, has been there for 4 years. So I think the continuity on those three sides of the ball, I think, shows up in how these guys are playing. So a ton of great players across the board. And we really have to have a great week of preparation to get ready to face this team. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Kevin, you got a long injury list today. Any of those have you concerned about status for Sunday?
I'm not ruling anyone out.
And then Denzel and Wills, pretty good chance to play Sunday.
I think they're a pretty good chance to practice today.
Okay.
What's Jarvis' situation?
Yeah, I think he's going to do some work today, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, practice.
Yeah.
Your decision to arrest Judrick, and now he's practicing this week. Do you think he's over the worst of that injury?
Yeah, I think with any injury, Jeff, you got to make sure you're doing your work in the training room, and then some of it is luck, quite honestly, with him. He's gotten rolled up there a couple times, so hopefully he's feeling strong and feeling good, and we'll be excited if we can get him back out there.
With Jadeveon, the knee popping up Sunday before the game, is that something that every Sunday you're going to have to kind of worry if he's going to be good to go?
Yeah, I hope not. Obviously, he has a injury history there, but that's just with any of our guys. I tell you, Scott, when they work out pregame, and they are feeling something, you got to go with what they're feeling, and he didn't feel like he could go. So I think he's feeling better, but certainly with everybody, that's why you do those. That's why every player goes out there on the field pregame to make sure they're feeling okay.
With Kareem and Nick, are you just being cautious with those two guys? So they're two players you basically have to lock them in a room and throw away the key to keep them out. So.
Yeah, I don't think we're being cautious with any of our guys. I just think we're just trying to be smart about it.
Is Greg Newsome eligible? Yeah.
He's going to practice today.
Could use it this week, huh?
We'll see.
To clarify on Landry, you guys designated him for return today?
I don't know if it's happened yet, but we're going to have him out there today.
Kevin, it's well known that Andrew was interested in J.J. Watt at the very start of the new season. I'm just wondering, what do you see from him on tape, even though he doesn't have a sack?
Yeah, very disruptive player, huge, as you guys know. We've faced him last season. He's just every run, every pass. He's slippery. He's long. He's got that swim move. Can bat the ball. So he may not have a sack, but he's very, very disruptive on game day.
Kevin, we asked in the offseason about the possibility of using Chubb and Hunt together. We haven't seen that. Is that more of, you feel like it's better to have them both fresh than to have a package with them both?
Yeah, it's something we talk about. I think there's definitely different considerations with those two guys. You want to keep them fresh, and then if we do it, we don't want to do it just for the sake of doing it. We want to have a good reason to do it.
Kevin, our team's doing a better job this year of defending you guys trying to hit the deep ball off of play action.
Yeah, I think we've had a couple opportunities, haven't hit them yet, but I think what you're seeing, Scott, is schematically you're facing different defenses week in and week out, and there are certain things that defenses may adjust to try to take away that game, and then there's counter punches by us, whether it be run or pass, that can hopefully find ways to be explosive in other areas.
Kevin, I'm not trying to jinx you, but under you, the Browns have not lost back-to-back games. It's been, I think, eons since that's actually happened here. But what is it about your message or your week-to-week preparation to prevent losses from piling up or compounding?
I mean, I can only think about this week and coming off a loss last week, and I'll just tell you, our team, our players are pouring every effort they have into this game, and really what's in front of us or what's behind us doesn't matter.
Kevin, Schwartz was returning kicks. We haven't seen that. Just want to get him opportunities or anything deeper than that?
No, nothing deeper than that. We think he's a fast guy with the ball in his hand, and that's a situation where if you get a crease in those returns, he can hit it. We feel really comfortable with Demetri Felton back there. We have Dearness Johnson that can do that job. Have Anthony Schwartz. So we kind of have a few guys that we really trust back there.
So we know it's a run-oriented offense. but are you unsatisfied with the production of wide receivers, the wide receiver in the passing game?
No, I don't really think of it specifically that way, Tony. I think we have room to go as an offense for sure, and we want to be explosive, run and pass. I don't think we'd say we have to do it this way and it has to come through the run. We've never talked about that. That's not what we believe. We believe in being explosive any which way we can. Now, opportunities will arise off of the run game, off of the run actions, off of the keeper game, and when they do, we got to make sure that we make it count.
I know you had 42 points and 500 yards, but after the game and you look back, does Odell need more than 3 targets?
Again, I kind of look at each game and what do we have to do to win? You know, what do we need to do to go score a bunch of points? As I've mentioned before, he's a dynamic football player. He's very front of mind when we're game planning, when we're calling plays. Sometimes the defense dictates that the ball goes elsewhere, and we're comfortable with that because we have good players elsewhere.
And play action kind of goes out the window on a final drive to win. Do you think you guys are up to speed in that part of the passing game?
I think the hardest thing to do in sports is probably in those 2-minute drives when they know you're throwing it. You know you're throwing it, so from a protection standpoint, I mean, pass pro is difficult. Navigating the pocket, finding open guys. We just got to, when given those opportunities, come through, and that's where I know I've already talked about it, and we've discussed internally where we got to give our guys a chance to go and make some plays.
Kevin, on Monday you said the punting has to improve. What exactly is he doing wrong? Is he just not hitting the ball well, or how can it be fixed?
He just has to hit it better. And again, this is nothing that Jamie hasn't been told by Coach Prefer, myself. When he gets those opportunities, we gotta hit it well and hit it outside the numbers if we're directionally punting. So that's like any of us, myself, any player, any coach. We gotta all improve.
Kevin, what were the reasons for you guys having JJ3 call the defense instead of a linebacker like you had?
Yeah, it was something we've really been talking about back since the spring, and with Anthony Walker being injured, with Malcolm Smith, not feeling 100%, just felt like it was the right move to have John, who's out there for every rep. We know he can do it. We knew he had done it. So just felt like last week was the time to have him do it.
Do you think that change-up may have contributed to any communication issues when we're talking about blown coverages?
It didn't.
The Hail Mary,
Mhm.
I don't know, the last time I saw a Hail Mary go untouched.
Mhm.
What happened there?
We had one of our eligibles got tripped up and fell. No, David Njoku. So we only had 2 guys down there because of that.
Would he have made a play, you think?
Who knows?
Kevin, since he was a colleague, I have to ask you about the John Gruden situation. How disturbed or surprised were you by that?
Yeah, I think unfortunate situation. I think it's a teachable moment for all of us, but it's a really unfortunate situation.
Does it make you reflect more on the way I know you guys go into great extremes to change the culture here. Does it make you more reflective on how you present things to players, how you guys go about doing business?
I don't think it's maybe more reflective, Tom, but as you know, what we believe in here is a very inclusive workplace.
Kevin, I don't think we've seen many quarterbacks, especially at his size, play like Kyler does and have the success he's had. What makes him, do you see him as unique, and what challenges does that present?
He's great, and he's playing great, and he can move around and buy time and throw it deep. He can run when he does tuck it and run. He's an elite runner. He's fast. He's quick. He has a great understanding of what they're doing offensively. He's playing at an extremely high level.
How did you think Jeremiah did in the increased snaps, right? Playing almost everyone. How do you think he handled it?
Yeah, I thought some good moments and some moments like all of our young players. He's trying to clean up a few things, but he's battling.
When he's out there as a one guy in the dime package, do you just love his speed in that role?
Yeah, his speed and length, and that's the things that we were intrigued by him throughout the draft process.
Malik McDowell talked today about how he talked to the team on Zoom. Was that I know you can't speak for your players, but was that impactful for you too, just to hear, you know, his story? I mean, you knew the story,
Right.
but you know what I
Right.
mean.
Yeah, I think Marla. I mean, I obviously had spent a bunch of time with Malik before we signed him, so I did know the story. But to just hear him explain everything to his teammates and the support that he had throughout the whole thing, just how he talked about his mom and how she helped him throughout all of it, I think was really impactful.
Do you think the first punt attempt of the year is in the punter?
No.